Hey everyone, let us test our Laravel contact form package and see if we can be able to now install it using Composer. This is a new Laravel 10 application, and so I would like us to go ahead and see if we can be able to install our package. So I'm going to run Composer require Laravel /contact form. And that command is actually installing our package. And now, as opposed to what we were doing previously when we were installing it from just within our Laravel application, this one is now downloading everything from Packagist. And then we are having it there. There's something that I didn't talk about, so I would like to just mention that for purposes of continuity. In GitHub, you have to do a release. This one I did offline, so it's good for me to mention. So if you go to your package, then on this side here, you must create a release. So if you want to create a release, you click here. In fact, if you haven't created, it will tell you there are no releases yet. But this one I have created several releases. So then after that, you can be able to go to that specific release, I think. Yes, once you click on edit, you can be able to change this to a different version. So for example, I can change it to 0.3 like that. And this, of course, will be if there is something that you have updated. And then now you can be able to have the title of the release and then some description here. So for example, you have improved bugs and whatever, then you can be able to change that. So basically, that is the case. And if you can be able to look into versioning, you can be able to know what these values mean. You can be able to change the last digit or the last value in the decimals for very small minor changes, and change this one for major changes, this last one here. But you can check the versioning instructions and you can be able to have that. So we can update the release. So once you update the release, now everything will be okay. But if you find that you are having dev master, now you can be able to just compose update, and then it will have the version. So in this case, our version is 1.0. I have set up our env. I have connected it to Mailtrap, as we did in the previous video that we did talk about. So we have the credentials added, and I also have the admin email below here. So I have almost everything that can assist me to be able to work with this. But we need to do one more thing. We need to publish the config file. So in this case, we can say php artisan vendor publish, like that. And then maybe we can have a tag. Remember, we did actually put a tag in our application, and I think we called it contact form hyphen config. I think that is what we called our tag. So if you hit enter, now you can see it has published the configuration file. But of course, you can just say php artisan vendor publish, and then you can be able to search, as we did previously in a previous video. So if we look at our config file, it has a file called contact form, and we are passing in our email like that. And of course, it's picking it from env. The next thing that we are supposed to do is to run migration, php artisan migrate. We do not have our XAMPP connected, so let me just do that. Then we can clear and then repeat that command, php artisan migrate. Now it's asking us that the database does not exist. We can decide to create it. Now you see the migrations. We have the normal migrations, and on top of that, we have the migration for our package, which is the contacts table. So basically, that is it. And I think once we have it like that, we can be able to use our application. So I would like to, application is already running on port 8000 here. And so we can be able to go ahead and attempt to run it. So we can have localhost 8000 and then visit contact like that. And you can see we have our form. Even when I attempt to click submit, you have the validation showing. And here we can say that my name is William, and the email is william@w.com. And then the subject, we can just call it subject. And then the message, we can call it message, like that. And then after that, we can go ahead and submit our form. As you can see, the form is being submitted because the email is actually being sent. And then now you see we have success response. So basically, that is how you can be able to create a package and be able to install it. And for these packages, you may have things that you reuse in most of your applications. So whenever you create an application, maybe for a client or something of that sort, you are repeating some code through and through and through. It's a good place to create a package. And the best way in which you can be able to create a maintainable package is when the package you create is a package that solves your problem. So happy coding, guys. Go ahead and create these packages. Let us see what nice things you're going to come up with. Thank you very much for following this tutorial video up until this point. If you have not subscribed, please consider giving us a subscription. If you like the video, you can be able to give us a thumbs up. And if you have a comment, please do not forget to shoot in the comment section below. Thank you very much.